But I want to talk to you about Republican Senator Roger Marshall. He's introduced legislation that would force a vote to end the White House's emergency declaration for COVID. Biden declared the pandemic over, so will this bill pass? I think it should pass. Stop calling it an emergency. Stop handing out the money. Yeah. But will it pass?
Well, after his comments in 60 Minutes, it's now a little bit more difficult for Democrats to say, oh, we've still got to be able to do this, especially as it becomes clear that November is going to be a major problem for Democrats, mostly everywhere. So if the Republicans finally, they kind of grow a spine, thank goodness, for Marshall for being able to put this through. But it should have been done before. Why they want it to remain an emergency is it gives the president special emergency powers when it comes to executive orders. And that's why you see this crazy spending. That's why states like New York want to maintain the emergency, because it allows them to go beyond Congress, it allows them to go beyond the normal process of spending money and making decisions. And they like it because inevitably, I don't care whether it's going to be monkeypox or some other event, there's always going to be an emergency. And if we allow this to continue, it will never end. And so this is more like a dictatorship right now. There's been no say in this. And that's why you've got the New York situation. You've got a New Yorker saying, well, wait a minute, we have not approved this. We don't want this to happen. And your monologue was absolutely right, that this is a dynamic where there's been an invitation for this. And I argue because they like the emergency. They like the chaos. They want there to be some panic because then it seems like a perpetual emergency in general.
For someone who has no opinion, you've got a lot of opinion.
I do. And this bill should pass. I hope the Republicans, it's always up to them. They can move some of these Democrat voters, and it's time that they do so. Right now, it's always been feels like a little hands off. It's time for them to take charge of this dynamic now, and they can do it.
Tell us how you see it. Tammy Bruce, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir. Pleasure.
Great stuff. All right.